welcome back. Whether you're looking for the perfect bottle to gift or hosting a party, we've got you covered here with festive drink ideas and some exotic gift recommendations. Is Danny Sanelli, president of Winehouse Imports, Wine and Spirits, based here in Toronto. Good to have you here.
Well, thank you very much, Marissa.
Well, let's kick it all off with this vodka, your vodka of choice, MosesVodka. Tell me a little bit about it. And by the way, everybody in the audience will be getting a sample, so you can all taste it while we're talking about it. But tell me a little bit about this particular vodka of choice.
Okay, well, it's a special vodka, obviously, not just because it says MosesVodka on it, and we all know about MosesZoomer. It's
another one of his many ventures.
There you go, deluxe vodka. So it's quite good. Distillations, 5 distillations, and it's kosher for Passover. So it's one of the few products that are actually kosher for Passover. It's a beautiful bottle, and there's a picture of Moses on the bottle parting the water. You can see it through. And Moses said that that's him, MosesZoomer, but I'm not sure. I think it's the other Moses, but we'll see.
You mentioned kosher for Passover. How does that differ from other kosher vodkas? Because I understand a lot of vodkas to be kosher.
There's a few, but the kosher for Passover, that goes a little extra step. During Passover, you can't have any grains or wheat, anything made with barley or corn. A lot of vodkas are made with corn and barley and wheat, obviously. And this is made with beet sugar. So because of that and because of the production line, and it's very strict, the regulations are strict and the certifications have to be followed. So it's very unique in that sense. It's from Finland, and it's just an excellent vodka. And Moses is very interested. He's got a gleam in his eye when it comes to this particular product, and unfortunately, though, he has to deal with the LCBO. So he's going to learn all about the mysteries of the LCBO, which is
a creature unknown to anywhere else in the world. Well, let's give it a try.
Sure. Yes. Absolutely.
And I can see the samples being passed around in our audience.
There you go.
The thing about vodka is you don't typically sip it. Oh, at least maybe I don't typically sip vodka.
Cheers.
But this one, as I understand, cheers, is sippable. It's smooth.
Very smooth.
Kind of sweet.
Yep.
And sippable, most importantly. It's the kind of thing that you can take a little bit of. You don't have to swig it back or mix it into a drink. But if you are interested in mixing it, you have a couple of suggestions. Right.
So one of the products that we're going to serve with this is an ice wine from Ontario, Zeraldo ice wine. So this is going to be called an ice wine martini. Makes sense, right? So we're going to pour a little bit of the vodka. So it's very sweet, very expensive wine, beautiful product, and it takes a lot of work to do, and we'll probably talk about that another time.
What's the price point on something like that?
This is about $90 for a half bottle, 375 mils. But you have to remember how it's made, right? It's frozen grapes. They don't start picking the grapes until sometime in January when it's below -8 for 3 solid days, and they're going out in the cold, picking the grapes at night, and then crushing frozen grapes to get that juice out of there. So it's a painstaking, long process, but if you just add a little touch like that, so yes, it's very expensive, and cheers. Cheers,
and by the way, everybody after the show will get an opportunity to try all the drinks that we're making here today.
And you see the difference? It's
not too much, not too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay. And then you will have Janet here. Janet, come on in.
Yeah, so for the next cocktail, I brought Janet from the mixologist from Spiducci, and she's here to help us. And she came up with another concoction, and I'll let her at it.
What do you call it?
So this is going to be called the Fromo in a Pear Tree, and Fromo is short form for Frozen Moses. So first, start off with an ounce of Moses. I like MosesVodka because it's naturally sweetened. It doesn't give you that strong, astringent, sharp taste that most vodkas do.
And Danny, just while Janet is mixing this drink, MosesVodka, where is it available?
Right now, it's only available through our agency, most of these products, and you can just go to our website or give me a call personally. We'll take care of it, but it will be available at the LCBO starting in March.
Cool. Okay, so let's continue with 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. sweeten it just a little bit. I added rosemary to my simple syrup. You can add any herbs. Just boil it for, let it boil, equal parts sugar and water, and then let it simmer for 10 minutes or less, and voila, you have simple syrup. Super easy. So my last touch is a bit of ginger bitters. Just a touch to give it a kick, very subtle kick. It adds a really nice complexity to the cocktail. So now we give it a bit of a shake, not too much, you don't want to over dilute the drink. Just like that. And if you don't have a shaker at home, you can just simply use a mason jar. That works too. There we go. So just strain it over, just like that.
Oh, and it doesn't melt, so
It melts very slowly, yeah. So it helps chill your drink as well. Lastly, you want to top it off with a bit of Prosecco. Just a little touch up, there we go. And we always drink with our eyes first, so we cannot forget the garnish. There we go.
And then there's also
Now it looks super fancy. It's a festive cocktail, super easy to make, but it will also impress your guests at the same time.
So we tried this with the Moses vodka, but there's also this kind here too.
Right, so this is also from Moses in Finland,
Yes,
but it's
go for
a
it.
date vodka. So it's it's sweeter. It's basically the same vodka, but with a date concoction, and it could also be used instead of the ice wine if you want to lower your costs a little bit, and you can use a bit of that and sprinkle that on top.
Just the same.
All right, Danny, and lastly, we have one more drink that you brought with.
Right.
So there's a sparkling red wine here called Lambrusco.
Lambrusco. So this is another fun wine that a lot of the audience may have tried out there. It's not very common here, but of course in Europe, they've been drinking it for a long time.
And this happens to be Moses's favorite.
He loves this, so we had to have this on.
And where's this made?
This is made in Emilia-Romagna, so central Italy. But this is getting better and better. These are getting better and better. This is a fabulous producer called Ceci, C-E-C-I. And this is a dry and almost tannic sparkling wine. So it's very festive, and it goes well with charcuterie, like cheeses and prosciutti and all that. And at the beginning of a meal, it's a wonderful way of saying chin chin.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. All right, all these drinks will be available after the show. And if you'd like to place an order, you can head to winehouseimports.com. We have to take another break. We'll be right back with more.